Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. I want to say thank you guys so much for being here. Good morning, Lauren. Let's see. Good morning, Josiah. Good morning, Pepper. Wonderful to see you guys here. Happy Friday to you. It is indeed Friday. It is the last day of the week, or at least of the work week for most people. And yeah, just really excited to hang out with you guys today. It being Friday, I'm going to be going over all of the different cards from the week's reading, and we'll kind of just take a look and look at the story as to like what actually happened this week. But anyways, until then, thank you guys so much for being here. We're gonna do the same thing we do every morning on Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. I'm gonna pull a card off the top of my I am deck. I'm gonna ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and then we are gonna respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. As we do that, we are building into our own lives, switching up our own experiences, and just having a whole bunch of fun. Good morning, Shauna. Wonderful to see you here today, and hopefully see you around here on Saturday or Sunday. I got a new carpet. You can probably see it in the background. It's going to need to be, you're going to need to have the tender administrations of your rainbow machine. Anyways, so let's have some fun. Let's pull a card off the top of the deck. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and we are going to respond out loud together. I am the affirmation. We're doing a lot of fun new stuff today. Pepper has made up a wonderful new intro video for the wake up call, kind of leading up into it. So it was playing probably about 15 minutes or so before I went live, which was, I think, really super cool. We'll play it again after the wake up call. So anyway, if you didn't catch it at the beginning, catch it at the end. But anyhow, let's pull a card off the top of the deck and say that today I am free. I am free. I release attachment and embrace possibility. So I am free. I release attachment and embrace possibility. Are you free? You are free. You release attachment and embrace possibility. I'm going to write that down in the comments, and I encourage you to do the same thing. I am free. I release attachment and embrace possibility. I love this card. This is probably one of my favorite cards. I hope you guys like it as well. And it actually it goes nicely with the card right before it, which if you recall was also a dandelion, but with all of the seeds still on it. And and so as I was talking with Pepper today, or as I was talking with Pepper yesterday about it, she's like, I want to do she's like, I want to do a card, but it's going to be very similar visually to the most recent card. And I said, Pepper, we could very easily do that. We could make cards that are kind of thematic over the course of a week. And she was all about it. So this was the first trial of that. So we're going to be doing more of that stuff. And of course, you probably saw that if you were here really early, you saw that there is a new intro video. Thanks to Pepper, she made that. She's doing a great job. But anyways, I am free. I release attachment and embrace possibility. And one of the things that I released attachment to was that I have to do everything. I released attachment to the idea that I had to do everything, or that I was even the best person to do everything. And when it comes right down to it, I'm not the best person to do everything. I'm the best person to do certain things, but everything is too much for me. And as it manifests in the wake up call, I just had Pepper. I just set her to work. I said, "Hey, here's some software, and here's the wake up call images, and make some videos and have some fun." And then that's what she did. She made up the video that if you were here really early this morning, you actually saw that. And as I released the attachment from having to do everything, I embraced the possibility of what the wake up call can become. And the level of post production, or the level of editing that can happen to it, because when it comes right down to it, this for me, getting up in the morning and doing this call is a lot of work. And so it's wonderful to have somebody who can help out and really approach it with fresh eyes, because in my world I can kind of get burned out on doing it because I wake up every morning and I do it. So it's wonderful to have somebody else who is helping me to in order to improve this broadcast. I think it's really, really cool. But so I am free. I release attachment and embrace possibility. We have to let go of who we think we are in order to become who we are becoming. We have to let go, not just of stuff or physical things. We have to let go of ideas. We have to be willing to weigh out ideas, to consider new information, and then to act on that new information. I noticed that the times in life when I've made the biggest mistakes, those mistakes have always been born of some idea inside of me that I had everything figured out, that I was smarter than everybody else, that I had the secret to life somehow, and that I was executing in that way. And then when new information came, I wanted to just ignore that new information. I'm like, oh no, I already know everything. Why on earth would this new information, how could this help me? And being closed off in that way, what that did for me is that it really stopped me from growing into my biggest and boldest self. And really it prevented me from growing. It prevented me from changing. It prevented me from evolving. And so I am free, and I release attachment, and I embrace possibility. Life is completely full of possibilities. We can always do something different. We can always say, this isn't working, that's not working, let's or we can say, hey, something that I think is working really well might be able to be modified because I have new information now. In the end, our freedom comes from our ability to consider new information and act on that new information. And I haven't always been the best guy at doing this. I haven't always been the best guy at releasing that attachment. For a large part of my life, I figured that I figured that I just had things figured out. And of course, I didn't have things figured out. And the older I get, the more that I realize I didn't have anything figured out. And I can really embrace the idea of not having everything figured out. I can embrace the idea that I can release attachment to all of the ideas that are inside of my head, and then I can embrace the possibilities and move forward in totally new directions. It doesn't have to be something that I have to very slowly work toward. It could be something that I could make a drastic change in one day. I could just decide to do something totally different, and so can you. We all have that freedom. We all have the freedom to make different choices at every given moment. And so I am free, and you are free as well. And so let's release the attachment to the people that we think we are, so that we can embrace the possibility of living in accordance with our wildest dreams. In the end, the life that I'm living right now isn't one that I would have picked for myself. The life that I'm living right now, with all of its awesomeness, is not a life that I could have ever planned into existence. I got new opportunities. I considered new information, and as I did that, then and I made choices in accordance with that new information. It allowed me to say yes to options that I didn't know were options. The fact is that when we make our plans, when we make our choices, we make them using the best available options. We don't know that there are other things out there until we discover them, until those things are revealed to us. And so, yeah, yeah, absolutely, Pepper, I'll do that. So anyways, yeah, so I am free, and I release attachment and embrace possibility. So we are wrapping up another week, and so let's take a look at the cards for the week to see how we got here. So in the end, we are free, and one of the reasons that we can be free and that we can embrace possibility is that we have a good amount of imagination, because we are whimsical, And we approach life with joy and with wonder. See that thematic card happening there? And and one of the reasons that we can approach life with joy and wonder, and that we can approach life with that childlike sense of joy, is because we are transformational, and our perspectives act as a catalyst for growth. Of course, how could that growth happen except that we are resilient, that we recover with newfound strength, and that recovery is something that is powered by the fact that we are essentially transcendent, that we see beyond this present awareness, that we are aware of the fact that our own awareness is growing and changing and evolving, that we are aware that life itself is not stagnant. Life itself is consistently moving forward. That we can never grasp onto this moment. That we can't hold on to it. That this moment will pass, and that the next moment will bring us all manner of good stuff. So we are transcendent collective consciousness. We are expressing as human on this plane of understanding, and that transcendence that we embody, that transcendence gives us a fantastic sense of resilience. It allows us to be resilient. It allows us to pick ourselves up and keep on going, because when something comes to knock us over, that we are only defeated when we admit it, and so we never admit defeat. And so what we do is when something comes to take our peace away, that we just push through it and we continue to have even greater levels of peace. These greater levels of peace that we have allow us to be transformational. They allow us to have different perspectives, which act as a catalyst for growth, not just for us, but also for the people around us, for the people who pay attention to us. And that transformation is something that is empowered by a sense of whimsy, because we are whimsical. We approach life with joy and with wonder. And ultimately, after all of these things are said and done, it gives us a sense of mental clarity, which permits us to be free. And so we are free. We release attachment and embrace possibility. My beautiful friends, I thank you so much for being here. I love you. I care about you. I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. We're going to be doing yet another awesome Saturday service. The awesome Saturday service is the more spiritual take on the wake up call. It really is about the wellspring of spirituality that I have that empowers these messages. So if you're interested in that, come on by 11 a.m. on tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Awesome Saturday, and we will be here doing this. Shauna, to answer your question, the ribbon cutting went fantastic. And we went to Wendy Skinner's ribbon cutting yesterday. She was doing a ribbon cutting for Balanced Bodies Dawsonville and also Hydro Health and Wellness. They are not the sponsors of this show, but I do love her and I do care about her. And so I do absolutely, totally want to let people know that she exists. If you need any kind of IV hydration or anything of that nature, man, she is located right behind Nofo over by the down on South 400, just south of Dawsonville. So, anyways, check it out, Hydro Health and Wellness. Anyway, she doesn't sponsor this show. This show is sponsored by Global Domination Enterprises, which we help you take over the world. But anyways, so we are free, and I almost forgot about something incredibly important. It being Awesome Saturday. All of these cards, every single one of them, is empowered by the fact that we are awesome. So let us recognize our inherent value and worth. And let's not just recognize our inherent value and worth, let us celebrate our inherent value and worth. Tomorrow, Awesome Saturday, I will be doing that. I'll be celebrating our inherent value and worth. But until then, I want to say thank you guys so much for being here. I will talk to you tomorrow at 11 a.m. if you're around for the Awesome Saturday service, which actually has started to get some folks coming over to my house live to watch it. How cool that is. Stay tuned. The Awesome Saturday service is going to get even more awesome soon enough. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. And if not, then I will see you in the Monday morning at 9. Until then, I love you. I care about you. I think you are amazing. Good morning to Susan. Happy Rosh Hashanah to you. And I will talk to you guys all shortly, either Saturday at 11 or Monday at 9 a.m. Until then, I love you and I care about you. I'll talk to you soon. Aloha from paradise.